Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Thank you for joining me on my segment with Craft Around the Clock. Come on in and join me. My name is Kim from Yesterday's Tomorrow's. If you don't see that red live button up there in the corner, that means you're watching another replay. And if you are, you can just put in the comments, #replay, just so I know that you're watching and I can say hello to you. And if you're new, let me know in the comments that you're new so I can say hello. Welcome to our page. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. Happy Tuesday. Like I said, today is a gorgeous morning here in New Jersey. Oh my gosh, the sun is shining. It was in the 50s this morning. I could smell fall in the air. We even have fall on our Fancy Friends Christmas tree. Hello, Christina. Hello, Cheryl. Thanks for joining. Everybody, come on in. Let me show you what we're going to be doing today. All right, I was waiting. I'm waiting for my decoupage Queen's papers to arrive. They did last week, so now I can do my project I'm working on. Good morning, Brenda. Good morning, Patricia. Good morning, Angie. Irma's here. Thank you, Fancy Friends. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Norma. Thanks, everybody, for joining me, and thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. Hello, Denny. Good morning. Hi, Christina. I know, Arkansas, you guys are going to be hot today. I know you're probably saying, she's got a jacket on, but here in New Jersey, it's cool out. Prayers for everybody in that heat bubble. I saw it on the news, and my prayers go out to each and every one of you. I know the heat index is going to be really, really hot. So try to stay cool, guys. I don't know, this little bit of, in the north here, it's in the 50s this morning. So my prayers are with you all. Hello, Cynthia. There we go. Sorry about that. Look, you got the wheat right there. See the wheat? You got the wheat. But look at those colors. Aren't they gorgeous? Hello, Kim. Hello, Ann. Hello, Sharon. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate you. Now, but this is the one we're going to use today, and this is called Pumpkin Spice Florals. And then look at this. Whoa. Hi, Robin. How are you? Guys, my friend Robin's here from Robin's Song. If you don't follow her page, please go follow her. She's a sweetheart, and she's amazing. So it's Robin's Song. Isn't that pretty? My mom's name was Robin, so I always remember your name. There we go. So look at this. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Look at that paper. It's so beautiful. So when I picked this out, I was waiting because I knew exactly what I wanted it for. I've had this tray for a while. I was looking for the perfect paper to put on it. And look, guys, look at this. Look at this tray with the feet. Now, I have to bring this up closer to you. Look at the detail on there. Is that gorgeous or what? And then look at the handle. Hi, Betty. Hi, Kim. Look at the handle. Isn't that's stunning? Just stunning. So I don't know if you remember, I did one in the springish, beginning of summer, I think it was, with Decoupage Queen's paper, and it had all the gorgeous roses on there. So that's been on my kitchen table till now, and now I wanted to switch it out. Instead of a dough bowl on your kitchen table, I put these silver trays on my kitchen table. And so now it's time to swap out spring and summer and put fall in, so this is what we're going to do today. Hello, Elizabeth. Hey, Cynthia. Good morning. I know, isn't it a gorgeous tray? I got this at a, it was at an antique store in town, and they're having one of those weekend sales, and $15 for this tray. Oh, that was a steal. And it's heavy. I don't know if it's real silver. How do you tell? But boy, is it heavy. It's heavy. Look at the bottom. Look at that detailing. Now, I'm not painting this beautiful, gorgeous detailing here. I'm not going to paint the detailing. I'm not. I'm just going to highlight it with a wax. It's pretty as it is, and it's dark enough in between it. I think that's pretty. So we're going to paint here because, you know, you have to paint any surface when you put your decoupage paper so the decoupage papers pop. And then right here, we're going to paint this a brown, okay? So let's get started. And then we're going to do some crackling. Let's see how far we get today. But then we're going to crackle it with a gold because I want to make it look really, really antique and old. All right, so let's go. So I think we're going to, we're going to do this in white first. I'm just going to use an antique white. And then around here, I'm going to be doing it in a brown, and it's espresso brown. Now, I'm using Paint Couture paint Paint Couture paint has a built-in primer in it, so I'm not worried about it chipping off or anything like that. But, you know, the decoupage paper is going here anyway, and it's only going to be this little piece right here that we're painting. But if you're worried about, if you don't have a paint that has a primer in it, you could go over it with, I like to use Dixie Belle Slick Stick, and that works. Dixie Belle Slick Stick is one of my favorite primers to work with. Or if you want to overall paint it first, if you're going to do it, you can just take a spray paint, Rust-Oleum 2X white in primer, and you can, if you want to paint it, do it all white first. You can, by all means, you can do that. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Dawn. Thanks for coming, and thank you for the parts, guys. If you can get those out there, that we'll get some of our fancy friends that are not getting the notifications, they can come on it and join us. Thank you, Dawn, for sprinkling. I appreciate you. All right, so let's get a little bit of, let's get a white on there. The reason why I'm doing the white first is that then I can go around the edge here with the brown and cover up some the white. I don't want the white to go up the sides. I want the sides to be brown too. So if I got a little bit of white up on the sides too high, I could just cover it up with the brown. Now you only need one coat. It doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, it's just to, you're gonna put your decoupage paper on top of it and it's just to make it pop. Thank you for sprinkling, everybody. Good morning, Lynn. How's everybody doing? Where, you know, guys, tell me, you know, I have a lot of friends on here. Where are you all coming from? And are you all coming from the states where the heat is just oppressive? I saw that this morning, and I couldn't even believe how hot it's going to be. And here I am with a jacket on because it's a little chilly here this morning, and I had to run out and do a couple errands this morning real early. I was out of the house by 8 o'clock, and you need a jacket here in New Jersey. Well, in northern New Jersey anyway. So it was in the 50s this morning here. So you're saying, why does she got a jacket on? It's so hot. But I think New Jersey and like Maine and New Hampshire and all those, Connecticut, we're probably the only part of the United States that are experiencing any kind of cool weather. Watching from Arkansas. Hello, Marcy. Hello, Connie. But my prayers go out to all of you and anybody in California that experienced any of that hurricane. I called my friend Mara from Vintage Retail Therapy by Mara because she lives in California, but she's all good. She said they got some water, and she said, but we needed the rain. She said, so it was all good. It was all good. She said it's got a little bit of flooding in her backyard, but it wasn't much. And she said we needed it, so she said she's safe and sound. So I was happy about that. Dana, first week of 100 plus temperatures in Alabama this week. I heard that, Dana. Stay cool. Stay cool. All right, so you just want to dry that. And then we're going to put our espresso on there. This is a really pretty brown, guys. I'm not a fan of black. It's such a harsh color. So when I want something dark, this is the color that I use. Just espresso. Yeah, wasn't making sure. That's the color that I go for. If I want a dark color, it's espresso. I mean, you know, there's always one exception to the rule, but a majority of it is espresso. Black to me is such a harsh color. Hi, Irene. Thanks for coming on. We got lots of rain and strong winds last night here in Phoenix, Arizona. Did you, Irma? I hope you're okay. Good morning, Mary Harris. How are you? Thanks for coming on. Whoa, look at that. It's still wet. Thought it was dry. Now, it doesn't matter. I got a little fingerprint in there. The paper's going over it anyway. If you were painting this, you probably want to touch it up. Hello, Melinda. Thanks for coming on. All right, let me just get my baby wipe real quick. Let me get this off my hands. All right, there we go. And now we're going to put our brown on. Now, to put this on, because I don't want any of it to get onto any of this beautiful detailing, I'm going to show you the brush I'm going to use. Hold on, let me put this here. We're going to need this again. This is when I go for my fancy brushes. These are the brushes, let me show you real quick, in case you don't know. These are the brushes that I use on a daily basis, and I love them. I got them on Amazon. These are my favorite brushes. They are absolutely wonderful. They're a good price point on Amazon. If you're interested, they are in my Amazon store. You can see them under crafting supplies. They're my two go-to. But they're just full, they're just straight. When I need something, when I have to go into some detailing work, I use an angle brush. See this? So when I'm going around the edges, this little tip here will just follow along just like that, and it'll go all into the nooks and crannies of the detailing, and you'll get a perfect finish. So, but these, you can get these in Michael's. You've seen these before. I don't know. This is a number 2 medium, and this is in, like, you know, where the fancy painting part of Michael's is. And if there's any newcomers, guys, could you please welcome them? If I'm missing anybody on here, please welcome them to our page. Guys, if you're new, let us know that you're new here so we can welcome you. Hi, Cheryl King. How are you? Thanks for popping on today. I appreciate it. Yes, please let us know that you're new so we can welcome you to our page. If it's anybody's birthday here, let me know it's your birthday today. In Parch, South Texas. Yes, Judy, I hope you will get some rain. I know people are saying, get the rain here. Irene, you're new. Okay, Irene, everybody, welcome Irene to our page. Welcome, Irene. Irene, first time you come here, you are a newbie. Second time you show up, you automatically become a fancy friend. So come on in, be a fancy friend. All right, let me just just trying to, it doesn't look like it's stirred up enough. There we go. Even though I shook it. It seemed like it wasn't mixed enough. All right, there we go. That's better. All right, so now I'm gonna get my handy dandy fancy little brush here. So when you get these, sometimes you get a 40% coupon, guys, with these brushes. You can get, if you belong to the rewards program. So, well, you know what? I probably wore the wrong shirt. Probably. There we go. Okay, so now you just want to go. Take it, there we go. Whoop. Hardly had any paint on my brush. And just follow along, just like that. And it'll just go right in all the creases, just like that. There we go. Oh, just, see, 1, 2, 3. Thank you, everybody, for welcoming Patty. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. All right, so let's just get a coat right on there. Doesn't have to be perfect. Remember our page. We do things perfectly imperfect here. As long as you love it, then that's all that matters. When you're doing your projects, you make them that you love them, and that's all that matters. There we go. All right, I'm just trying to get this a little bit. There we go. Because I don't want any of that white showing. There we go. This might take 2 coats. I'm not sure, but I just want to get a coat on the bottom there. Before we put down our paper, because I don't want the white to show, I want brown to show. So if we have to put a second coat, we'll come and do that. We'll get the paper down, and then we will put a second coat down. There we go. But see how this is just, I don't know if the camera is doing it any justice. Well, Cheryl, thank you. Thank you for the kind words, everybody. You're always so kind to me. I appreciate it. I'm so humbled by it. I really am. You guys always have the kindest words and to say, and it doesn't go unnoticed, and I so appreciate you guys. Now see, when I'm dragging it like this, that very tip part of this brush is going into all the nooks and crannies of here. So I would recommend, if you do any kind of detailing work, even if it's once in a blue moon, when these go on sale, just pick it up and get a short handle. Do not get a long handle. Long handles will give you more room for your brush to like kind of wobble, if that makes sense. You want to get a short handle. It's easier. You have more control with a shorter handle than you do with something that has a long handle. All right, so that's why you pick for me anyway, I pick short handles. All right, so I just, see what I'm doing? I'm just covering up the white right there, just like that. Because when I put the paper down, I don't want that white to show. There we go. So just putting that into all the nooks and crannies. But I could not see painting this beautiful, gorgeous detailing. It's got a pretty patina already on it. And it just needs to be highlighted. Now I'm not sure what I'm going to go with. I have a lot of Pentart wax pastes. I have gold. I've got bronze. What else do I have here? I picked out a bunch of them, and I'll show you in a minute. But I'm just not sure exactly which one I'm going to go through. And who else do we have here? Hi, Darla. Hi, Kim. Hi, Barbara. Thanks for tuning in on my segment with Craft Around the Clock. If you're new to the page and you don't belong to Craft Around the Clock, up above, you will see that I tag Craft Around the Clock. All you need to do is hit that tag, and it'll take you right to Craft Around the Clock. Hit join, and our fearless leader, Tracy, will get you joined up. And now you become a member of Craft Around the Clock family. So come on in and join Craft Around the Clock. That's when you get to see us creators 24/7, 7 days a week. Guys, oh, it's coming. The fall vintage and thrifted event is on its way. It is the weekend of Labor Day weekend. So while you're in between your barbecues and all that, tune in and join us. Friday is market day, which means that's the day where we have retailers come on and you can shop. Some of them are stores. It's amazing. And I know I have purchased a bunch of stuff from some of the stores. So Friday is market day. And then Saturday and Sunday is going to be where us presenters are on. And we're going to be in the fall mood. The fall mood. So, and everything is that we use is either going to be vintaged or thrifted, guys. So it's going to be a fun event. So I hope you can join us. Good morning, Lori. How are you? Thank you, everybody, for welcoming newbies. See, when I'm concentrating on stuff like that, I have to be very mindful of what I'm doing. All right, so let's dry this a little bit, and then we're going to put our paper on. And we're going to be doing fine line crackling on this paper too. That's really going to make it look aged and beautiful. Yes, at a thrift store for $15. It was an antique. Well, actually, it was an antique store in my town. There's a group of antique stores. There's about 4 or 5 of them that every year they have a spring and a fall event, and all the stores, they have one big sale for the whole weekend. And this was there. I'm like, what? $15? Oh, sold to Kim. I would even pay $20 for it. I'm telling you, it's just so beautiful. Good morning, Lisa. Hi, Kelby. Thanks for joining. All right, so let me just dry that around the corners. Let me get my brush in the water. Make sure when you're using your good brushes, you have some water handy right there. So as soon as you're done with it, you can put it in the water so it doesn't ruin on you. I learned that the hard way. I would just leave them there till I was finished, and then what happens? You forget they're there, and then you end up ruining your brushes. There we go. All right, I'm just trying to dry the edges right around here, and then we're going to put our paper on. We're going to tear it, and then we're going to apply our paper. Now, when I apply my paper, I like to use Paint Couture Decoupage Medium. That's my decoupage medium of choice. Good morning from Michigan. Hello, Michigan. How is the weather by you there? Are you in the hot belt too? I know most of the United States, except for I think this corner of New Jersey, is cool. All right, I think that should be dry. There we go. All right, so Let's put this on here. So this is going to be our paper. Oh, isn't it beautiful? Okay, so let me get my water pen. All right, I got my water pen right here. And then I'm just going to mark it where I want to tear it. Let me see if I just go this. I don't think there's a right and wrong way with this paper, and upside down and backwards. You know, it can go vertical, it can go horizontal. This paper can go either way. But I want to make sure I get all the flowers in there. Okay, so I'm just taking my finger. Let me just take something a little bit harder than that. Let me just take there we go, my transfer stick. And I'm just marking it like this. Just marking it. And then I'm going to go around and I'm going to score it with my water pen, and I'm going to tear it because I don't want a clean mark around the edges like you get with a scissor. All right, so I'm going to show you in a minute what happens when you do this. There we go. Can you see now? You got, ooh, it's a little wet on one spot. That's okay. All right, so let's move this out of here. Let's put this over here, and then we're just going to mark this off. Okay, now you usually can see the lines better on the side that doesn't have the sides that doesn't have the print on it. All right, so there we go. All right, so you just get your water pen. If you don't have a water pen, no big whoops. You just take your brush, dip it in water, and that's it. There you go. It was kind enough that I had some fancy friends that sent these to me, so thank you for sending me these water pens. I always wanted to try one, so I appreciate it. And then look how easy. Guys, can you see? Let me put you down a little bit. There we go. There we go. You don't need to see me. You need to see what I'm doing. There we go. And then just give it a tear. See? Just like, look how quick that is. If you have water on it, it tears like a dream. Just like that. Now you don't want to do the whole thing because by the time you get to one end, the other end will be dry. So that's why you don't etch out with water the whole thing first, or it will be totally dry. See, it's even starting to dry up here where I didn't have a lot of water. All right, so we're just tearing it just like so. There we go. And see how it doesn't have that fresh cut look from a scissor? That's what you want. That is what you want. All right. All right, and then after you put it down, you might say, oh, I need to, tear a little bit more at a certain spot. It's better to tear a little bigger than you need because you could always cut more off if that makes sense. But if you tore a little bit too much, you can always put a little paint there and camouflage it, and it's fine too. Everything can always be fixed. Don't stress when you are creating. Creating should be fun. It shouldn't be stressful. When I do my resin pours, people are like, oh, I want to do a resin pour, but I'm so afraid. I bought it. It's still sitting there. Have fun with it. Go one day. Say, I'm doing my resin pour today. And just have fun. Do it on something that maybe if you mess it up, it's not going to really be a big deal to you. Don't do it on something that you really love. And just try it. And you're never going to know how fun it is until you try it. Let's see. And what do you need at the dollar? One of these pens here? Do they sell these pens there? I'm missing all the fun comments of all you ladies. When I'm doing this, I'm missing all the chit chat. Guys, I love to craft with you ladies, but I also love to chit chat. My son said the other day, I said, Christopher, do you remember what I told you? He goes, Mom, you tell me so much. I started laughing. I go, what are you trying to say? I talk too much. He goes, what things am I supposed to be remembering now that you said to me? Oh my God. I was laughing. I go, oh my God, kids. He's not a kid anymore. But I guess your babies are always your babies. Right? Right? Okay, there we go. Hello, Secondhand Treasures. How are you? Thanks for coming by. I appreciate you. Thanks so much. Guys, if you don't follow my friend, Secondhand Treasures, please go follow. She's wonderful. Her name is Debbie, and she's amazing. All right, so there we go. Voila! All right, so there we go. So now see how quick and fast that was? So now I'm putting it on, and we look. It's a little bit too, or maybe it's gonna be okay. Yeah, no, I see some spots right here. See, now that's what's good about, see, now these two corners, there's too much there. My baby's a junior in college. Oh, see, yeah, my baby is gonna be a senior in college this year. This last year, and let me tell you, it flew by. It flew by. I remember his freshman year when I cried for a whole year straight while he was there. And I kid you not. Oh, I'm kind of embarrassed to even say it, but I cried for a year. The whole time he was there, every day. I cried. I think I needed probably to go see somebody. Hello from Alabama. Hello, Lori. Yeah, see, and there we go. Now you just cut it, and that works. And see, it's just my corners but this is why you overdo, because if you cut it too short, then you're in trouble. Not in trouble, like I said. You could just paint it, but it's just easier just to go a little bit with caution when you're tearing. And just a little bit right here. Oh, let me just put it right here. Hi, Mary. Isn't it gorgeous? I know. Right, Judy? This paper is stunning. So, guys, this is from Decoupage Queen in the it should be down below. You could see a link for Decoupage Queen. And if you're interested, it should take you right there. Okay. And I did a lot of overcautiousness, guys. I just don't want it to be going up the top, up the top, if that makes sense. All right. There we go. We're almost there, ladies. And just a little bit right here. Let's see. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Susan. Thanks for joining me. We are doing an antique silver tray that I got at a sale at an antique store in my town. And I'm using Decoupage Queen's new fall release on here. Look how pretty that looks. And just a little bit right here. All right, and then we're done. All right, and just give it a tear. There we go, and this should do it. Where did you get the paper? The paper I got, this is Decoupage Queen. There should be a link straight down below. If you look down below, guys, there should be a link for Decoupage Queen, and it's right on there. I am a retailer I'm not a retailer. I am an affiliate for Decoupage Queen. I used to be a retailer. I'm so used to saying that. But now I just do, I'm an affiliate. This way I can show you all the fun stuff they have there. All right, my guys, look. Isn't that gorgeous? That's going to be stunning. All right, so let's pick this up. There we go. All right, now let's get our Decoupage medium on there. And here we go. All right, so this is what I use. Let me show you. This is what I use. Decoupage medium in matte. This is, this is a project that I would not use Mod Podge. I'm not a Mod Podge hater. It's just that Mod Podge has its place for different things, and I do use it for different things. But something like this that you want to keep for a long time, and it's going to be special, and it's on a beautiful piece of a silver tray. I would use a good decoupage medium that has an anti-yellowing agent and all that kind of stuff. So, yes, it's the Decoupage Queen new releases. Down below, it should be my link for Decoupage Queen. I hope that Facebook I hope I linked it. I hope it's there. Guys, let me know. Can you see the links down below? It should be there. All right. So now you want to go. You don't want to put the whole thing on at one time. You want to go little by little. Now my trick I always say when you're putting paper down or any kind of decoupage, You do not need tons of medium. You want to put a light coat, that's all you need. Light coat. You don't need a lot. And your paper will go on so much nicer, so much smoother without it. Without a lot of medium down. All right, so which is the way I'm gonna go? No, this way. Okay, I don't think it doesn't really matter. All right, I just gotta stand up, ladies, this way. So I'm making sure that I'm getting it down the right way. Okay, there we go. So put it down. And then I got my handy dandy little tool right here. And the reason why I keep plastic on it, in case any of the decoupage medium comes out of it, it's on the plastic, and then I could just keep switching out the plastic if that happens. All right, so I'm just trying to get the bubbles out here. If for some chance I got some wrinkling, I leave the wrinkling in. Love the wrinkling. It makes it look even more antique-ish. All right, so let's pull this back. And then, okay, so here, right here, I could see where the eyes left off the decoupage medium. I pull it a little bit more back, okay? Because I want to make sure that I don't miss a spot. So I pull it a little back, just like that. And I know that I did not miss any part of putting the decoupage medium on, if that makes sense. All right, so just go like that. And who else do we have here? Hi, Chris. And we have a Kim on. Hi, Kim. You're welcome. Oh, hello. And Tanya and Cynthia. Thanks for everybody for joining me. And thank you, ladies, for, I appreciate you welcoming all the newbies. Thanks so much. And like I said, if you don't belong to Craft Around the Clock, please, the link is up above. Go join Craft Around the Clock. It's a wonderful group of us hostess and hostesses that are there. And there's something for everybody. We all have different styles, different, like I love shabby chic and vintage. We have people who love farmhouse, cottage core. You can find a little of everything on Craft Around the Clock. We have primitive style. There's a lot of different crafting pages and a lot of different crafting styles. So you'll find something for everybody. All right, there we go. Let's see who else we have. And if I'm missing any comments, I apologize, and I will go back and answer your questions for you. I see somebody was asking if I know where something is. Bonnie from PA. Hello, Bonnie. Bonnie, you've experienced this beautiful fall, feels like a fall day today anyway too, right? Where are you in Pennsylvania? I'm near Pennsylvania, but I'm near more towards the Pocono area. The Poconos, maybe about a half hour from my house, give or take. There we go. And it is just an incredibly cool day. Incredibly cool day. And let me see, somebody's asking where will you be doing the crackling after the decoupage? I will be putting more, let's see, what time is it? Yeah, I will be probably putting on the first coat, and then tomorrow we'll come back and finish it. It just takes too long. Crackling takes a while, so I will be putting the first coat on today. I'll show you how to do that. And then we will finish it with the second coat, and then with the waxing paste tomorrow. Crackling takes a lot of dry time, and especially when you're working on a big area like this. Okay, so I see a spot right here, so before it dries, this is a little bit too high for me. Okay, so let me... Now, one great thing about the Decoupage Queen paper, it's very, it gives you time to work with it. It's if you were putting tissue paper down, you might not have, the time, you wouldn't be able to like pick it up and do what I'm doing. There's a little piece right here that's a little bit too high. It needs to be cut off, and there we go. Perfect, see? Just picked it up and cut it off. There we go. I did a project one time, kid you not, that I put on backwards, right? Yes, it's a two-step process. So we will do the second step tomorrow. But I did a project at someone, and I'm doing it, and because I'm watching it on the screen, it looked right to me. And the lady said, "You put it on backwards." I'm like, oh, it was still wet that I was able to lift it put more paper down and go back and put it back down again, and it was totally fine. What size is this paper? This paper, this one is is A3, 11 by 7 by 16 by 5. 11 by 7 by 16 by 5. That's what it is. All right, so let's get that dry, and then we are going to, we're going to put our crackle in medium now. Actually, I need to go around the edges first. Can you see the edges? See how they, I don't know if you could see it on camera. When you go to tear them, they tear a little white. So I want to cover up that before I put my my medium on there. Okay, so we're just going to go in and we're just going to cover that white up. What time is it? Okay, Mary, thanks for coming on. I appreciate you. Hi, Ruby. There we go. Is it dry? Thank you. My son just shut my door. I guess I'm talking too loud. Oh, I got him home for 11 more days. I'm savoring every moment, guys. Thank you for understanding yesterday. I posted that I wasn't coming live. We took a trip to Costco to get all the stuff he needs for his dorm and all that fun stuff. So I just spent the day doing that with him. So thank you for giving me the grace of not coming on yesterday. All right, so let's cover up the, when I want to pounce that, I'll just take this. All right, so now I'm just taking some of that brown espresso. Yes, the higher, okay, thank you for putting that in there. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm just taking my decoupage medium, and then I'm just pouncing just like this, just around the edges where I see, when you tear it, sometimes that white that's on the back will show. Okay, let me just show you what I'm talking about real quick, in case you're wondering how to get rid of that. Okay, can you see that there's white right there? That's for what you get sometimes when you tear, okay? So I'm just taking this brush, right? And it's like a dry brush, and I'm just going over it with that espresso brown that I put on the edges here, and it's just going to blend that all right in, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that. Okay, let me show you. Okay, can you see? And now that's gone. That's totally gone. Totally gone, and it just blends it right in, just like so. Now you don't want to put a lot of paint. Right now, when I'm pushing it in, I'm offloading. Just like that. I'm just covering up. Just covering up some of the, so just covering up the white. I'm not going on, trying not to go on any of the flowers that are there. There we go. Let's see. Oh, I'll move this over here. Hello, Deborah. Thanks for joining today. I just don't want to put my first layer of crackle down if any of that white's showing. There we go. Let's paint that. There we go. All right, I think that's going to be fine. I'm just making sure that I got it all. And I think I'm good. Oh, look, guys, isn't that gorgeous? Look at that already. That is so pretty. That is stunning. Just stunning. Love it. You don't know, when she first showed the papers before we were allowed to show any of you, any of my fancy friends, I'm like, oh my gosh, how long till I actually get my hands on it? I could not wait because I knew what I was going to do with it. I knew I wanted to put it on this tray. There we go. I just want to dry it. Okay, so then we're going to put, now fine line crackle comes in 2 steps, step 1 and step 2. And we're going to put step 1 on. Now step 1, you can just put it on, walk away, let it dry. Step 2, you can't do that. Step 2, you actually have to, the way it's going to crackle is going to crackle because you're putting heat on it. So you want to do it with your heating tool. And I know that they, if you can do it, they really recommend that you take your step 1 and step 2 and you step 1 and let it dry by itself. So here's fine line, here we go. Fine line crackle, step 1 and step 2. Now let me just tell you one thing right now. They are out of it. They're out of it. I called the company last week. They said they're coming in this week. Because if you go on their, oh yes, the decoupage paper can be used on wood pieces. Absolutely. If you go on their website now, I think the only size they have is this eeny bitty teeny size of this. I don't even know if it will be enough for this whole thing. But I did call the company up and they said they're getting more in this week. They don't even have it on, like if you went to go look for this and it says sold out, it's just literally off their website, which I thought was odd. So that's why I called them. So they should be getting more in next week. When they do, I will absolutely let you know. But it's step 1, step 2. You can't mess it up because it's marked. Step 1 looks like a Mod Podge. Oh, it opened. All right, let me just shake it up. And we're going to put this on there. Hey, Stephanie, how are you? Hey, Lisa. All right, so they are out of it. Just an FYI. I'm sorry about that. We had somebody, was it yesterday, said, oh, I'm on their website. I can't find it. I'm like, oh, that's impossible. That's impossible. There we go. All right, so you just put this on just like if you did a Mod Podge. Just like that. Now, I don't like to make mine too thick because it's sort of the same premise. I like my crackling to be small crackles, right? Small crackles. So I don't put it on too thick. Also, another FYI, if you're doing it on tin like this, let it cool off before you put your mediums on, because if you're putting this on something that's hot, it's going to dry it and it's not going to work right. There we go. Let's see. Hello, Corrine. How are you? All right. There we go. Just back and forth. That's it. That's all there is to it. Now we're going to let this dry, and then I'm letting this just dry by itself. I'm not even going to touch it. And then we're going to come back tomorrow. Tomorrow's the fun part. Tomorrow's the part where we put on step 2. We actually can watch the crackling happen before our eyes. And that's when I'm going to figure out which wax paste I want to use. I'm not sure if I want to use there's gold, there's brass, I don't even know what else I have. There's bronze, and I'm not sure which one I'm going to use to fill in the crackling, because that's what you see the crackling, makes you see the crackling, is when you fill it in with those. And then whatever ones I fill in the crackle with is what I'm going to highlight the beautiful detailing on this. So that will be tomorrow. And guys, if you don't belong to my Telegram channel, it's linked to the top of my page on my Facebook page. And that's where I post every day what time I'm coming on live. So if you want to see what time I'm coming on, go join my Telegram channel. Would love to have you there. That's where I post 99% of the time. There's about 1% where I come on live real quick and I forget to post. I'll watch the replay. Yes, Connie, you need to join my Telegram channel, just like I was speaking about. This way you won't miss anything. There we go. All right, so there it is. There we go. All right, everybody. That is what we have done so far. I can't wait to come back tomorrow. You'll see, this will be dry. It'll look clear, just like Mod Podge looks, but this is not Mod Podge, guys. It's not, but it'll have that finish. We will do step 2, And then we will use, see, look at the colors. I don't know which one to use. Look at them. See, I have 3 of the colors. This one is the gold. This one is blah, blah, blah. This one's the antique gold. And this one is the bronze. So we will figure out which one that we're going to fill in our crackles with and do the detailing on here. All right, everybody, thank you for joining me on my segment with Craft Around the Clock. Please go join the next the crafter who's on right after me. And blessings to all. God knows who needs them. Go out and have a blessed day, everyone. Mwah. Love you. Bye.